Hey, 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 lovers and leaders. How are you today? I have come to just share a few minutes of encouragement today, all right? Especially for some of you out there that are trying to predict your future. Like, will this work? Will this relationship work? Will this new job, decision work? Will this new career path work? Will this new business work? Here's something really simple, all right, that I have finally just grasped. It's so simple, it really is. When I've always made a decision and I've been like truly convicted of that decision, everything around me has to change. And it did change. If I wanted to make a decision, if something to study, if I wanted to read a book, right? I would literally change my schedule, change my environment, okay, to make it happen. See, this is what's missing for most of you out there in YouTube land, okay? You are not convicted. You don't have conviction. You're walking in double-mindedness. You're walking in worry, which is another word for being double-minded. All right? You say yes one day, no the other day. Yes one day, no the other day. Like, how do you ever make that that straightforward walk in life and progress when your mind is split? Just even imagine. The mind is a spiritual thing, being split. When a mind is split, there's always confusion. There's always procrastination, right? Let me know in the comment section if this is resonating with you. You know, you're feeling hot about it one day. You're feeling cold about it another day. You're just back and forth. There's some of you in relationships right now that people are saying, I don't know if you're coming or going. Like, they don't know if you want to stay with them or not because you keep changing your mind. I am not going to diagnose you at this point because I know the simple thing is you just need to make up your mind. And just remember, even the smallest decisions, such as what you're going to wear that day. For some of you, it may be a big, long process, okay? I'll hold space for that, all right? But just even making a decision about what you're going to wear, even making this decision right now. When I had it in my mind, I had the picture in my mind what I wanted to wear today. Nothing could stop it. It happened. All right? So if you're wondering how everyday miracles happen, it's because, all right, you have made a decision and everything around you will support you to make this decision. That, in other words, faith. Faith. It's seeing something, all right, saying in your mind it's good, feeling that it will be a good thing, and you just go after it. Even though nobody else sees it, even though you haven't seen it in your hand yet, it's not tangible, but the intangible, formless version of it, that thing you desire, feels good. It makes you just think good things and you do it. Like, this always happens. Like, when I feel good about something, when I know this is the right thing to do, even like making this video, everything around me conspires to make it happen. Whether I have to put something on hold, all right? I got to put a meeting on hold. I got to put talking to somebody on hold, all right? I got to, do something with my hair, all right? I've got to put my phone on silent so nobody disturbs me. Because I feel convicted about it. It was like a knowing that I will do this today. And there was no confusion. There was no worry. There was no anxiety. So if you're wondering, will you, whatever you're trying to do, will it work? I will say to you, yes, it will work, but you have to believe that it will work and do the things things that need to be done, all right? Do the things that needs to be done. You need conviction of spirit. Walking with two minds, two thought processes, two contradictory decisions will cancel each other out at some point. And guess what happens? You end up just sitting there, wondering, daydreaming, having fantasies that don't go nowhere. Yep, fantasy land doesn't produce anything. So those of you wondering, in this year 2025, whenever you get to watch this, why is your life not producing the goodness that you want? I mean, it's producing something, but the goodness that you want, you have two minds about it. And to be fair, I'll hold space with the fact that there may be some external factors contributing to your decision. But okay, if you're trying to do something but you're confused, then guess what? There's something called research, and there's something called the internet. Because you may not have people around you to ask, but there is the internet. All right? Somebody has the answer for you. Somebody. So at least make the decision to research what you're confused about. Because somebody's already done it before you. It may be looking different, but somebody's done something, because there's nothing ever new under the sun. All right? There's nothing new. There's different versions, different forms, but there's nothing really new. Okay? All right? You just are trying. And you know another thing I'm going to say? Some of you want to get things done so precisely. And until you make a decision and maybe you fail, at least that's some good information so that the next time you do it better. But you trying to blame, I don't know, some environmental, socio-economic factors is a waste of your time. It really is a waste of time. Again, I'll just put this out there again. You're waiting for your breakthrough. You want that miracle, everyday miracles. You want to push forward in your social media game. You want to create a business, some type of side hustle. You want to pivot in your career. You want to do something different in your relationships. Make the decision. But before you make the decision, like I said, you must have conviction. You must have conviction. And how do you know that it's going to work to help your conviction, to help your faith, okay? Is knowing that when you want to make that decision, everything around you will have to shift to accommodate that decision. The only reason why environmental things in your life, things in your social economic status hasn't changed, your relationships hasn't changed, is because they're waiting for you. I sat there the other day and I had to remind myself about something. And I'm like, yeah, well, if I keep waiting for so-and-so to change or to make that decision or that to shift, I'm going to be waiting forever. Your environment requires you to change. When you change, everything around you must change to accommodate your new mindset, your new heart set, your new way of speaking, your new way of thinking. Think about it. A married person, for example, you're a married person, all right? Or you're going into that marriage process. There's some things that will now naturally change. I mean, if let me think about a practical way. When a married person, you may not do certain things that you did in your single life. Actually, you shouldn't, for the most part. There's some things that have to shift. But to be fair, there's some people go into a marriage and they still have that single mindset. And they're wondering why things are still the same as it was in their single life. Yes, because you're still making the same decision. All right? So if you're a single person planning to get married, for example, right? The decision to even get married, for example, the wedding process, right? Once you just make the wedding date, everything starts to gain momentum to ensure your wedding day is a success because there's planning. It was waiting for you. Everything was waiting for you to make that decision. So again, I'm giving you the confidence of don't think anymore the old thought process that this person has to change, this situation has to change, this boss has to change, this family member has to change. When you make a decision for yourself, I guarantee you, you hold on to that new decision, you hold on to that conviction, all right, without wavering, everything will accommodate you. If it means somebody has to leave your life, somebody new has to leave your life, if it means you have to change jobs, if it means your clients shift, it don't matter. Everything around you will and must change to accommodate the new you. So don't sit there predicting, wondering what if. It is when you make the decision, all those questions you have, all the anxiety that you have, all the trying to make a prediction, it will all be answered. All right? So leave a comment for me in the comment section and let me know if this resonates with you, and just let me know what you're going to do next. That's another decision. I would love to know what you would love to do next as a result of having this tool in your toolbox about how to move forward in life. If you want some coaching with this and mentoring with this, I do have a link in the subscription box. So I have several services there where you can have some one-on-one consultation with me, okay? So you could just sign up there and I'll follow up with you. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.